interesting this week.
What's that?
What you do for your life, right? In life is the one thing on earth that you would do for free. The thing that you would do for free, that's what you do as a career. Because then you'll never work.
We're gonna do. Yep, I've heard that before.
You'll never work. I never even thought about it that way. You'll
Mm.
never work. Okay, so let's get our thing started. Well, are you gonna hold on before I start? Are you gonna think about it? What should the next?
Oh, I mean, I'm definitely interested. So
Okay.
that's just as soon as you get more details together as far
Okay.
as like scheduling and things like that, and
Okay.
whatever I guess the pay is and stuff like
Right.
that.
Okay. Because I'm gonna bump it up to 200, but he's only gonna charge 400. I always start everything with my money.
Mhm.
Like whenever I sit back and I think about something, because he gave me the figures today.
Mhm.
Whenever I think about something, I always start it with the money, and then from there I know how to build it because
Mhm.
you know extra things might cost extra.
Yeah.
Like right now I'm having DVDs made for everyone.
Oh, cool.
And for the people who are interested, they can purchase a DVD of their development so far. Or whatever. I have it online, but it's different when you can just go and
Yeah.
put it in. And you have little things that you can add to your press kit.
Mhm. That's true.
You know, that'll be decorated and everything. But they're doing that in Philly. I have a
Nice.
friend in Philadelphia that's doing it, and yeah, I just want to put things together. I just want to see
Yeah, I'm
it.
excited.
I want to see it outside of my head. It's like do you know what it feels like to have this thing playing in your head for
Oh
so
my
many years?
god.
I just want to see it done. And I think once I get it to that point, it will be good. And then another thing that you will probably do very well with me, I want to start up, like warm up tapes.
Mhm.
I want to do some warm up tapes
Okay.
for artists, but to sell.
Okay.
Okay. So I don't know if that once you want to like spearhead that whole thing because I know you said that you have like certain things you do with the piano
Yeah.
to do, but I'm thinking like here tell them ahead of time how much it costs,
Mhm.
and then they buy
Yeah,
them.
if
But I
you
don't
want,
know.
one of these days you can come by my studio and we'll go over some patterns and I can lay
Okay.
them down in Pro Tools and put on a CD or whatnot. Yeah, of
Okay,
course.
so we'll do. What day would be the best for you? Because I know you're probably more open in the evenings, or.
Well, typically right now until my schedule changes after April 5th, but typically I work Wednesday through Sunday. I'm off Monday and Tuesday, and I'm off work by like 6 o'clock
Okay.
during Wednesday through Sunday.
Okay. Do you want to do like Monday next week? Because if I book it now, no one can have.
Monday next week, that's like my book the day at the spa.
Oh,
It's like this
nice.
really nice spa plantation, and they like,
Really?
yeah, it's like a little getaway. I'm like, I'm gonna go spoil
No,
myself.
you have to tell me about this.
It's awesome. It's beautiful. It's like a
That's the one thing I have
huge,
to do.
yeah, it's like this huge place, and they have like, you put on your little robe, and they have cookies and muffins and coffee and
Are you
tea, and like you get
serious?
massages and pedicures, manicures. I like once a year I have to spoil myself,
How
I
much?
guess. I have to look at the packaging because my boyfriend slash ex-boyfriend was kind of thinking it.
Brokering that deal for you. No, but find out because I've been. That's the one thing. Because one thing about
Mhm.
me, I'm a workaholic. I
Mhm.
am a workaholic because I see something and I can't get it out of my mind fast
Yeah.
enough. So when I leave from here in the evenings, I go home and work. That's what I do. I worked until like 12 o'clock last night. So because I do that and I know I've always been, that's one of the things about me
Mhm.
that I know about myself that I need to work on.
Mhm.
What I want to do is start giving myself a release, like a
Yes.
nice day of
You have to.
maybe once a month, twice a month,
Yeah.
just relax. And I go with my daughter, and then we could just
Mhm. Yes.
be ladies and be
Oh,
cute,
girls' day.
yeah. And
Girls' day.
I can have the
Turn off your
transportation,
phone,
yes,
everything. Just
everything, and
relax.
just
Yeah.
and
You
make it a
have to.
whole day of it. Like, I have a car company that I use.
Mhm.
I have the car company do all the driving and just
Nice.
make a whole, but do it like once or twice a
You have
month.
to check out this place. I'm gonna get you the information. It's called Contour Day Spa. It's in
I'm
Plantation.
gonna just write that down because I
Yeah,
think.
I went one time with his mother,
Uh
and
huh.
we went and we were there like 5 hours. They spoil the crap out of you. Like,
Wow.
yeah, they have everything. They have a full service salon. They have everything, everything.
Really?
Little sauna, everything, everything.
Well, that's
Yeah,
pretty awesome.
yeah.
Like, that's awesome, awesome. Wow. Okay, so Contour Day Spa. That's going home with me, so I'm going to look that up tonight. Very
So
serious.
that's Monday, but Tuesday should be good if you
Tuesday.
have
The only
Sunday
thing about it is Monday and Friday are the best days for me. So maybe
Okay.
it's not this week Monday, maybe next week. I mean, next week Monday, maybe the following week.
Okay.
Mondays, I try to leave it open.
Mhm.
People are starting to book Mondays, but I'm trying to keep it to a minimum because what I like to do is do all my phone calls, planning, any of that
Mhm.
stuff. I do it on Monday, and then the rest of the week I don't have to worry about
Gotcha.
that. But this week I didn't have that luxury because I ended up staying here and working with some people. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of making up for it at night
Okay.
because I want it done.
Yeah.
So I'm still working on things.
Mhm.
But that is what it is. But yeah, because that can be done, and then we can get the CDs pressed up, and I can get that done just like that, and we can start selling. Like, we can not only sell it to the customers that are coming here, but
Mhm.
we can also sell it as merchandise.
Mhm.
So yeah, so we'll work out the details, but not right
Yeah.
now.
Okay.
Okay, all right. So I'm so sorry, me and I talking. All right, so this is not me. I'm not working on
This is
her.
a quick time check. So I have somebody picking me up later.
Okay, what time are they coming?
I told them 5, but we're
Okay.
sitting at 4:30.
Okay. And what we'll do for this session, because you're going to do 8, right? I'm
Mhm.
doing the 8 with you. We won't really count this session. I don't want to count this session because
Okay.
you we didn't really do a focus, thing. And 30 minutes isn't, to me, isn't enough. I know some places only give you like 30, 45 minutes
Mhm.
for the same price I charge for an hour, but you can't really do the same things. So what I want to do right now, though, since we
Okay.
do have some time,
Mhm.
is I want to, how's your rhythm? Your rhythm should be fine.
I feel pretty comfortable
With
with
your
it.
rhythm?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think mostly the things I need to work on, I want to continue to work on my breath because I've got the concept of it. I've been practicing it all week. I've incorporated it into the lessons that I normally do,
Got you.
and I think that's helping a lot. But there's a couple of things I want to work on. I think the connection of belting
Ah.
properly,
Okay.
which I saw you were going with her, like trying to shout something, but like at the same time, but not making it sound shouty because you have to
Right.
use your diaphragm
Control.
properly. Which I
Mhm.
know will probably all like transcend from
Right. Diaphragm.
consuming.
Control.
Yeah.
Control. Mhm.
So that's one thing I wanted to
Okay.
work on. My harmonies for sure. Like
Okay.
I hate that I'm so weak with harmonies.
I got you.
So that's harmony and hmm,
Mm.
there's some more like advanced stuff that I really admire about some of the vocalists that I learned from like just listening to like
Okay.
one of my favorites is Ella Fitzgerald.
Okay.
So you know she does like some riffs that she's like
She did makes her voice dance.
yeah, she does
Yeah,
like
she dances.
30 notes in like
Mhm.
half a minute. Like even though I'm not huge on riffs, I think like with certain patterns, like the ones that she
Right.
uses is awesome. Like
I
I'm not a
agree.
huge fan of like R&B, like
I'm not.
but like the
So
jazz
important.
ones are
Right.
freaking awesome. But I
I
know
agree.
that's like a lot of like sevenths and nines and like
Right.
you're going out of the
And
pocket, back in the pocket
yeah,
and
you
stuff.
got to know how to
So
do
I
that.
want to be able to like
We can do
master
that.
that.
I do that. Yeah,
Awesome,
we can
awesome.
do that.
Let's do it.
So okay. Now with that, we'll start off with harmony. We'll start off with volume. We'll work in the patterns because you really need a piano
Mhm.
when you're working on like doing the different types of riff patterns.
Mhm.
But a lot of that also has to do with playing with the mouth,
Mhm.
like how you cast sound. You can put sound anywhere in your mouth, and it has to do with knowing how to do that, how to make sound, how to suspend your sound,
Mhm.
which is something that I was kind of mentioning to her
Mhm.
today. It's a way that you can make your sound like it's like this, but it's suspended. Like you make a sound, but it still sounds like the way that the sound drops
Mhm.
is so pleasing to the ear.
Mhm.
And the way I say it is a suspended sound. You like have a suspension on like a
Yeah.
suspension pedal for
Mhm.
piano. Same thing with the note, where the note kind of suspends, but it sounds like it's suspended. Literally, that's the only thing that
Mhm.
could come to mind. But I'll get a formal term because I know it has to be a formal term for it.
Are you thinking more like the way it decays or?
Decay, the way that it decays is
Mhm.
what it is, but the way that it does it, it almost sounds for a second like it's suspended, like you're still doing something else, but the way that you change from that note still is stuck inside of a person's head. Like
Mhm.
it's hard to explain.
Mhm.
Like let me think of trying to think of something or an example of how to show you what I'm talking about. The way that I think it works from just knowing myself, it has to do with how well you can crescendo and decrescendo your voice.
Mhm.
Because you can go from strong to soft,
Okay.
but the way that you do it is so subtle that a person doesn't even, like, it just leaves an impression with you.
Okay. Can we try one?
Yeah, we'll work on it. Let's do first, first I want to check your harmonies, and I want to do the volume, and then we're going to work into that, because I always like to build up into what I'm doing.
Okay.
Go figure. Okay, so now, just to give you an idea, just to give me an idea of what you mean when you say harmonies, what would be the first note that you think of? Now, when I say think of, it's what comes to you. It's not what you're listening to the note and you're trying to figure. What do you hear? What comes to you when you hear this note?
The unison or the harmony?
The harmony. The first harmony. Or the third. What's the fifth to that? What's the octave to that? And I will do that. Okay, so then what would be? What would, sit quietly for a second when you first hear it. Sit quietly and let it come to you.
I'll do it in minor chord.
What's the octave of that? Of this? Okay. Okay, come back down. Okay, come back down. I don't know why the volume on this is up and it's just like off and on. That's okay, good.
No, that's fourth.
Okay, now sit on that note, right? Hold on. What goes above that note? And what's the harmony to that? I mean, the octave to that.
Wait, what?
Okay, so now the next one. There it is. Okay. Right. So you're getting it. What it is you just have to test yourself that way. You have to test yourself that way. So if I'm singing, right. Okay, so I'm gonna give you the first note, then you give me the second note. I'm gonna give you the third note. You give me the octave note. Okay. So 1, 3, 5, 7. Okay.
Major.
Okay. Let's go lower. We're getting out of control here. Fire, please. Apply these things. Okay.
Because I have nobody to practice with. I tell my sister, I'm like, come on, Chrissy, 3 blind mice. And she's like, no. Like, 3 blind mice. And I'm like, 3 blind mice. She's like, no.
Do you know I've done that? That's how I taught my daughter harmony. I used to make her do it. Do you know another thing that I like to do that we will do? I don't do it with anyone yet, but I will do it. I'll give you a note. Let's say if we're singing a sentence. Let's say I'm singing, hear her sing, test her breath, test her rhythm, test her range, and I would come in.
Okay.
And sometimes I would start looping my voice around hers. While she's saying it, I'm going to be a distraction to her, to see if she will stay
on the note.
right on her note.
Interesting.
And now she does it with no problem, but she didn't naturally hear harmonies.
Mm.
While I heard, like from a kid, I hear harmonies. I hear all kinds of chords going in my head. I hear a song, I can make so many harmonies to songs that it's crazy. I harmonize too much. That's what I was telling you about the studio session. The guy's like, why are you doing that? I can't help it. I hear it. She didn't hear it. She didn't naturally hear it. But just doing that, and we will do it. Different types of chords.
Okay.
She harmonizes now, and she just thinks that I can't harmonize because I make her feel that way, because I want her to be stronger. I want her to feel like she's advancing in what it is. But every time she laughs at me, I have to show her that I know that I'm just kidding with her. I'm like, yeah, okay, honey, I'm the queen. I'm the harmony queen. Okay, so let's do a little bit more. Okay, so we'll do warm-ups before we do these, but you want to get comfortable with doing that. You want to be able to, the person does, well, I got a harmony for that. I hear a harmony, because harmonies doesn't always have to be that traditional chord. You can always throw minor chords in there. You can always do, I love those.
But that's the thing that drives me crazy, because I play the piano, so I have a perfect understanding of it.
Right.
But when it comes to actually applying it, it's like, wait, where's my piano? Like, I need like a crutch. I'm like, where's my piano?
Well, I'm going to break you out of that. We're going to just go up the scale that way, and we're going to play around with different chords. Okay? All right, but you do hear it.
Yeah.
So you do hear it. So that's no problem. All right. So now with the volume, just to give you an idea of what, how to work that out. Let's start off with some breathing. And the reason I want to start off with breathing is because what we were talking about earlier, a little while ago, has everything to do with volume. What I was just talking to Eve about, it's this part of it. See, right now, what this is a part of it, but it has its own set of rules, where holding your air has its own set of rules, tightening and strengthening your sound has its own set of rules as well. Things that you have to apply in order, while it's the same muscle, you have to do both, and you have to know how to do both in order to be able to make your sound big, make your sound small. It takes less intensity to make your voice big than it does to make it small, than to hold it. Isn't that something? Like, that really trips me out. When because you really got to hold, right? Because you're not letting, when you're trying to make a small sound, when a small sound is a little sound, but a clear small sound, you have to really sit on that diaphragm muscle to make it. Let's hear. Hold your breath. Ready? Give me A. Let's hear. Okay. You hear the air? Do you hear it? Okay. So this is what I want you to think about. Okay. I want you to think about this. Breathe, hold in breath, flex the diaphragm muscle, then sing. But think about it as speaking as opposed to singing. Because you're going to say A. So say A for me. Let's start there.
A.
Say it again.
A.
All right, breathe.
A.
Make the sound smaller. Hold your breath. Open up. You hear the difference in how the sound open, how you have more sound? Now, as far as the placement of the placement of the mouth is very important, right? You always want your sound to be like a rounded sound. I, where we're still talking, but everything, you think about everything that's over the top. Everything is like, think about a drag queen. Everything, when you think about singing, think about a drag. Everything is over the top. Nothing is just regular, okay? So even though the shape of the mouth, the shape of the face is different than when you're speaking, okay? If I'm talking to you, this is how my mouth will look. If I'm singing to you, this is how my mouth will look. I don't know where everything else goes. Everything stays like a circle. You do want to show some teeth. I call it the inside smile, and it is called the inside smile because you're flexing these muscles here. The same as you do when you smile, but you're not singing. So Eve, she was giving me a full smile. You don't smile fully. You show some teeth, but you keep the mouth still rounded, not this way. You don't want it wide this way. You want it this way. But comfortable, not forced. Just drop your jaw. If you take your finger, put your hand here, the pressure that your finger puts on the jaw is about as wide as your jaw should be. And that's enough to lift your soft palate. Now, when you're doing certain sounds, if you really want to accentuate a sound or make a sound really big or bold or whatever, you really want to over extend this. Right, the soft palate of the mouth. You know which part of the mouth is the soft palate, right?
Yeah.
Back there was the soft spot of the mouth, right? So, okay, so you have that part of the mouth that you can do things with it. You can lift that. You can
resonate.
Right. So that's what you want to do. You want to you want to almost have like a lockjaw effect, but not opening this part wide. You can lift your soft palate with your mouth closed. Right? So it's not about that. It's about opening and lifting. Here. So if I'm saying a, a, right. Now combine that. Now these are technical things. Now when you say a when you're singing, you don't say hey, you don't sing like that. Like there is a here I come, regular. You don't want to do that. That's not good. Okay, but you do want to remember that that's how it should feel.
Okay.
That should be the feeling of it, right? The sound placement should always be the same as how the sound is when you speak it. So if you're saying a, that ensures that you project. We project when we talk. Unless you're mumbling, oh, you sound back here, which you don't. You don't do that. I don't think anybody who comes in here does that. That would probably be scary. I have to go really do some research on that one. I have to get this voice up here to the front.
Well, I actually knew a guy who physically his face was like really long, and like that was his problem when he would sing. Like everybody would say, "Oh, you have to open up more. You're just getting stuck back there," because but his face really was like
It was long.
It was a long face. Like,
wow, yeah, that would be something. I'm gonna actually look into that because I just spoke about it, so it might show up. But you always want to think up and down, even with the mouth, up and down. Air goes in and out, up and down, and out. But you don't want to think about out just straight. You want to think about out like a bullhorn.
Okay.
Right? So the placement of the sound is always going to be exactly where you place that sound to make to make the vowel. Because everything else, we sit on our vowels as singers. If I'm singing fly, that's I. Me, that's E. To you. The, that's A, even though it's an E. Moon and let on our vowels. When you sing, you sit on a vowel. Hello? Okay, hold on. Okay, 1 second. I need this. I need somebody to run me. Okay. So that's something for you to think about. You know, you always sit on your vowels. Vowels push sound, project sound rather. Okay. So you sit on your vowels and you always do the placement of the sound the same way you would say the vowel. So say A for me.
A.
Okay. Say it again.
A.
Say it like you mean it. Say A. Remember everything's
A.
over the top.
A.
Give me E.
E.
Give me I.
I.
Give me O.
O.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Again.
A. E. I. O. Ooh.
Pay attention to how it sounds. Give me A again.
A. E. I. O. Ooh.
Now give me A and sit on A.
A.
You hear the difference? You hear how powerful and how everything just bam right there in your face? Right? Okay, so this is where we start as far as in the understanding of how to project your sound, okay? Because a lot of it deals with how you tighten your diaphragm muscle. Same thing like when you're yelling for someone. If I want to sing something soft, I sing something soft. If I want to sing something big, I sing something big. I sing diaphragm. Diaphragm. But if I'm saying E, when I said I sing, when I said that, do you hear the E is still is still an E? Always remember that that helps you project your sound. How you sit on your vowel helps you project your sound. But the power comes from here. Never here. Never here. And that's why it's very important to get down, and that's why, you know, I think to work in patterns, because you're an advanced singer. You're not another singer. Like I have another singer that I haven't even touched this stuff with because she's not there yet. She has to still understand certain things. You're an advanced singer. You're a singer that sings. You just need extra things here and there that brings out more of what you already do, just an understanding of certain things. So that's why you could sit in the session with Eve, and some of the things I'm telling her I've already told you because it applies to both of you. Is where you are. You have the voices, but it's just the use of the air, the use of the diaphragm are the things that you need. That right now, once you get past this, as far as the understanding and application of it, it's going to change your voice. It's going to change the way that you feel about doing a show, or you're going to want to do more. You want to do a lot more shows, you know, because you're going to be comfortable in doing it. Okay, so with that said, give me a soft A. Soft A. The softest A you can give me while supporting. Now, how do you support? You breathe through your nose. Nice breath. You want to feel this part here. You hold that breath. Flex your diaphragm muscle. Hold it firm. You hear how clear that is? Perfect. That's perfect. Okay, so you take that sound and now you increase the volume. Okay, let's try that. Increase. I want you to try to increase the volume without more air. No pressing. Tight. Breathe. Give me A. Do you notice that it's the diaphragm muscle that gets you the volume? Right? But you want to now be able to, so give me, before I get to that part, give me a smaller A, a bigger E, a bigger I, back to the middle, and then by the time you get to ooh, you're back down small. So, E, E, I, A. Soft A. Lift there. Remember, you can always think about the steps. Breathe, hold your breath, tighten your diaphragm, sing. Open up. Spirit. Larger. Nice and controlled. Let's do that again. Breathe. Give me a soft A. Softer. Cleaner. Bigger A. Bigger E. Bigger E. Bigger I. Very good. Now when you get to the I, when you drop back down, you have to still control. So, very good. You want to stay in control. You don't want to hear the hiss. Because the minute you start hearing the hiss, something in the soup ain't right.
That is not omega soup.
That is not soup.
That is a knockoff.
Who put extra something? Who's put added something to my soup? Something's not right. Something in the soup ain't right.
I don't believe it.
You know, things. Random. Random. So, A, E, I, O, U. You want to maintain that control as you're coming back down.
Okay.
Right? Because in doing that, that means that you can do what I want you to do, which is suspend your voice. Okay, that means you can do, I don't know what it is. No, I'm just saying, I'm exaggerating. But do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How you can go big, small.
Yeah.
But that big sound is still in your head. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
You know? That's what that is. That's control. You're controlling your air, because the better you control your air, the better you control your sound. As far as playing around and doing things with it. Okay? So let's do it again. Soft A. Very good. Very good. Do you know why on the way back down you get a little hiss? Because you really got to tighten your muscle. Really got to tighten your muscle for the big sound, right? And then you got to adjust that muscle because you don't need it so tight. So it goes from being tight to press when you come back down. Okay? And it's crazy because you feel it when you're doing it. It's like, okay, adjust. I gotta adjust it. Not so tight anymore, but it's like driving a stick. Gotta know how to balance your clutch. You know? Okay, so let's do that one more time. Give me A. Very, very good. Now try to suspend your sound.
Okay, give me an example again.
Big, small. Softer. Again. Okay. Again. Blow it up. Bring it down. Right? Okay. Give me E. Okay. Again. L. Open. Say L. Say it again. Say it again. Now say Nope. Keep it open. Right. Come on. Okay. Say L. Say it again. Say it again. Diaphragm. Again. Give me a big L. L is walking away. There you go. Give it to me again. Right. Right. All pushing coming from the diaphragm, not here. V.
I feel like on the certain things, like my throat wants to get in the way. Like V is one of them.
Okay.
And there's a couple of like different things that I feel like anything. Actually, it's more like the E vowel.
E vowels. What it could be, what it could be is, you know that this is very, there's a lot going on in here. Okay, in this part of the neck, you got muscles here. You have a larynx in there. You have a voice box in there. You have a lot of things going on in here. And it could be the vibration. Do you feel pressure?
That's when I feel like they want to get, like, my neck muscles want to, like, start trying to get involved.
So
Like,
then,
I gotta find, like, I can find a way to bypass it, like, all head, but I feel like it's not as connected. Like, if I go, ee, 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 ee.
right. Okay, so then do it that way. Ee!
Ee!
Big soft.
Ee!
Okay, so give me A.
A!
Again, and bring it in tighter.
A! A!
E!
E! I felt it again. You see, it's like, I feel like it's like trying to, like, do I go in the chest or I go in the middle?
No,
I get stuck right in
it's
there.
always here.
E!
Right.
If I approach it from my head, I feel it better.
Okay, approach it from the head. Let's try that.
E!
Okay.
E!
Now, but snap it.
E!
Right. Give me I.
I!
Give me O.
O!
Give me U.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, no problem.
You or ooh?
Ooh.
Okay. Ooh!
Do it again.
Ooh!
Right. Ooh.
Ooh!
Right. So you're making the sound big, small, but you're like leaving the big part as what's out front, but you're still in control of the sound. You're just making it smaller. You understand what I'm saying? So if you're saying
L! L!
right, think about saying
L!
L. Say L.
L!
Now,
L!
right. Without the vibrato. No vibrato.
L! L!
Okay. It's for the way you look. It's every word.
At me! At me! At me! Oh! Oh!
It's for the only one I see.
See! See!
Right. See.
See! See!
Say C. Say C.
See!
Okay.
See!
So, and another thing to do that you can work on is excuse me, because I'm having this terrible cold.
Okay.
Soft. Pay attention to what the body's doing. Bring it back down. Right. So make it big, and then make it small. Make it big, make it small. So then when you do that in singing, it's not new. You're thinking like what you want to be at the end of the day is able to say, I want to add this. Nah, okay, I don't want to be wispy on this part. I want to do this instead. You want to be able to have that.
Control.
You want to just play with whatever. It's a playground. You have the voice. You have the voice. You're one of those singers, and I could see you doing jazz. I really could see you as a jazz singer. I really could. I could see you as a jazz, and I have a lot of respect for jazz singers. R&B singers, you know, hey, I don't knock it, but jazz singers, those are the ladies that. I mean, they blow.
Yeah, there's a trumpet sound, and then they're doing all kinds of crazy.
And do you know I do that too with my artists?
I can imagine.
Yeah. Yeah, we put on the trumpet, and then you got to mock that trumpet.
Wow.
I used to do that on stage.
Oh, really?
When the music is just playing, and the trumpet is playing, I tell them sometimes, you know, or if the guitar is playing, or if the piano is playing, I do different things playing against what they do.
Awesome.
They do it, and
that's
I mock
what
them.
I want to be, like, to be able to do that.
Yes, you
Because I've been in situations where it's like, oh, you want to come up and vibe with the band, and it's just like, okay, cool, and then you just run out of lyrics, and
yeah,
like,
and then you want to do something.
Exactly. Yeah.
Just playing around with mocking, and how you do that, just so that you know, because you're that person. You're the teacher. You are the teacher. Believe it or not, what you're doing is you're a teacher. It's in you. Go to YouTube
Mhm.
and look up trumpet instrumentals. Look up piano instrumentals and mock it. That's what you do, like in the meantime, so that it's
Mhm.
not new to you.
Yeah.
But that's how jazz singers. That's how they get most of their riffs and stuff is right off the band, what the band is playing. They
No,
just
I know,
mock
and
them.
I love that too. Like the piano, or let's say it's a trumpet player, and he's like, "Doo-doo, da, da, da," and then the singer's like, "Doo, da, da, doo, da, da," like they're like talking back to each other.
Back and
It's
forth.
like awesome.
It becomes this dialect
Yeah.
between. And people, when I would do it, people would be so suspended, you know. And then the trumpet player wants to do something I can't do, and then I want to do something the trumpet player can't do,
Yeah.
and so here we go. So now everyone's invested. Like, what's gonna happen? Who's gonna mess up first? Who's gonna be the first to mess up? You know?
That's so awesome. That is my favorite riff of all time. I almost have it down, but not quite.
Let me hear.
But it's the Ella Fitzgerald song she does on Cry Me a River.
Mhm.
She goes it's like something like that. Yeah. Right.
Very nice. Where'd she go?
She goes, I only know if I did it from the beginning.
Ah, okay.
um, I think that's what it is. I love. I listened to that thing 100 times. I was like,
oh, you're
nice.
making me want to listen to jazz. I love those jazz singers, man. It's just like, yeah.
And you know what? Adele takes so much influence from it, and it's funny because like I listened to something she did
A
for
lot of people don't know.
the movie, that 007 movie,
Mhm.
and she took like this exact riff from Ella Fitzgerald. I was like, I know that riff. She took that riff. That's such a cop out. Oh my god, I know that riff.
Yeah, but you know what though? It's that same thing that I'm telling you. That's why they're looking for the voices. They're looking for people because what she's actually doing is she's rebirthing Ella Fitzgerald in a way now where future generations, because it's given in a new way and in a more contemporary fashion. People are buying into it, but it's an old sound.
And the same thing too, the way she would bend two notes, like she'll bend like the first to the second or the second to the first. Like I'm like, they've been doing that in jazz for like forever. It's crazy.
But see, that's what it is. Jazz music is coming back. I already know jazz is coming back. It's gonna come back in its own way, and I've always known that. And that's why, like, it's you, and then there's a young lady I'm seeing tomorrow. That's her genre. She wants jazz. That's what she wants to do. And most singers who are singers, there's two places that singers get their inspirations from, as far as the texture of the voice, things they do with their voice, is jazz and gospel. But mostly jazz, because even me when I was young growing up, jazz. That's all you would catch me playing in the car. Jazz singers. I love Ella Fitzgerald. My women were Sarah Vaughan. Have you ever heard Sarah Vaughan sing?
No, actually,
Oh.
I have to. I have
Oh.
to say I've heard the name for sure, but I haven't heard.
Oh my gosh, that woman!
Now I'm gonna go have to look her up.
And Billie Holiday.
Oh,
Her voice was so sad. She had so much sorrow in her sound. It was just so much. Ooh,
here's that one I
to
sing all the
collapse.
time by her is Lover Man.
Okay.
That one out
Yeah.
there. I love that song.
Oh. Yeah, but my all-time favorite is Sarah Vaughan. She did this version of Fly Me to the Moon.
Did she? Is she the one who did
I get chills just thinking about Fly Me to the Moon.
Come Rain or Come Shine? Is that her?
Yeah.
Then yes, I have heard.
Yeah.
She's awesome.
Yeah, she's a. I mean, this is part of that song she does where she builds on a crescendo. She builds on a crescendo, and she's like, on Fly Me to the Moon, which they take the part, and there's a pause, and then she comes in and she's like, feel my days with song. Oh my God! When I was driving, the way she does the whole song, and then she does this part where she's doing it's a loop, but it's live. She's on stage, I think at the Cotton Club, and she is just, and she's doing, and she does it for so long.
Oh my God!
That she sent me to school. I was like, I can't do that. So I had to go learn that, and I can't remember exactly because I had her CD. Sarah
Oh
Vaughan
wow.
is that was a powerful, and she played with her voice. That's what I love. I love because I love playing with sound.
Mhm.
Like I love to make my voice sound a particular way,
Yeah.
and then make it sound someplace, make it sound different, and then make it sound
Mhm.
different, and make it sound
Well,
different.
that's really why I wanted to come to see you because I know like the vocal of the capabilities of the vocal is like insane.
It's
Like
it's
it's limitless,
through the
like what
roof.
you're saying. And it's like if you just, you're self-taught or whatever, it's like okay, cool. Now I've kind of reached my plateau from what I can teach myself.
Got
So I
you.
want to learn from others.
Yeah,
You
and
know.
I'm excited because you're here and that you're so into it, and the things that you're asking for are not things that people traditionally even think about. So it shows
Mhm.
that you're not there. You're over here. You're on
Mhm.
this side. You're not
Thank
that.
you.
You're not like, okay, I want to sing. You got it, and you're looking to play. You're looking for someone to play around
Yes,
with.
exactly.
You want to
Exactly.
play with the voice. You're like,
Exactly.
okay, but I want to do this too.
Uh,
And how do we do this? And that's what you want to do. But the
exactly.
control, a lot of it deals with that.
Because I really feel, especially as an artist, and since it's such a um, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, there's so many people who want to sing and
Yes.
aspire to sing. You always have to find that thing that makes you different.
Mhm.
And I feel like the voice is just like a painting. You can have blue, red, but you mix blue and red, you got what, purple,
Purple.
right?
Mhm.
So it's like you can mix colors and create new things all together with
That's
your
right.
voice and stuff.
That's right.
And so I really want to take it to that other
To
level
play,
now.
you want to
Yeah.
play around, and that's the part where it's fun. When
Mhm.
you understand that it's an instrument, you understand what it is that you want to do with it, but
Mhm.
you're not gonna put yourself in a box and place yourself right there and then that's all you
Mhm.
can do. You
Mhm.
want to do everything,
Exactly.
and that's how I know that you are a teacher because you want to do everything.
Mhm.
You want to have no limits. Like the chain is off. Sorry,
Mhm.
I'm over here now.
Exactly.
You
And
know.
that's actually, I don't know if I told you last time, that's been my biggest challenge, in the music industry. People are like, oh, you should be a pop singer, or you should
Yeah.
be this, or I'd let them listen to some of my material, and they're like, oh, this is all over the place. Do you want to be a rocker? Do you want to be this? We need to have something to market. I guess which I understand, but, as an artist, I don't comprehend.
That's right.
So,
That's
like,
right.
I hear you, but I don't hear you.
Right. So then also the songs that we do, I want those songs to be songs where they're all over the place.
Yeah.
All over the place. Because
Mhm.
you can have your own style. That's a makeup of styles. You can be a fusion.
Mhm.
You can be a fusion of jazz, pop, and rock. And wow, can you imagine? You know what my fusion, my love is? Classical,
Mhm.
jazz, and soul. The kind of music that make you want to say with classical music
Yeah, that's
and
awesome.
and 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 jazz,
Mhm.
because jazz singers, they're very sassy kind of women,
Mhm.
be it happy or sad, they always have sophisticated, they're
Mhm.
overly sophisticated women. So I like a little bit of all of that. I love classical, I love jazz, and I love just coming from the soul. You're bearing your
Yeah.
soul right now,
Yeah, me too.
open up and everyone just, there's her soul, I see it,
Mhm. I
know.
hear ya.
So
That's what you
yeah,
mostly emotionally connect to music, and
exactly.
that pain or it's that,
Yeah.
that just raw emotion.
And
Yeah.
when it comes out in sound, it's beautiful. It's a
It is.
beautiful sound.
You know what song I want to go over with you too? I love this song. I sing you the little riff on it, but "Cry Me a River." Have you
Okay.
heard that one before by Ella?
Ella, no. Oh my
It's
God, it's already 11. I didn't realize it's so late.
oh wow, it is.
Hello.
Oh, it's downstairs.
Hello.
coming upstairs, or are you gonna... You open the door. Okay, just sit over there, okay? Hang on with you. That bell doesn't ring anymore, does it?
It doesn't ring at all. And that's why most people have to text me. That's why I try to keep my phone right over here on the side so I can know. And you know the funny thing? I don't know if someone adjusted the volume, but once when I first started here, and that front door, the outside door, doesn't close anymore.
Really?
But I used to be able to hear the bell back here.
Really?
And now I can't hear it at all. I'm talking like, when I say not at all, every single person that's come today have to call me or text me.
Yeah.
I'm outside.
How you been?
Pretty good. How's everything?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So what are you doing on South Beach today?
I'm networking with some people from London. This girl has a show, and she wants me to go and talk to her about maybe doing some stuff with her. So.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's good.
Okay. So, I know that you did your performance. How did that go?
It was good.
It did?
Yeah.
Was any of the stuff we've gone over, was it helpful in any way?
Yes.
It was.
The breathing was a lot better.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
I was able to hold it better.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is really, really good.
Mhm.
Good to hear. All right. So, we're going to continue. We're going to
Okay.
keep on the same momentum. And you have to forgive like some of the things. Some of it is intentional, but I'm using this computer and the keyboard until I go and get my keyboard.
Okay.
Okay. But it serves the same purpose. Hold on. Let me.